mmmc.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, how
Good
are
evening.
you? Hi, it's Mona.
Hi.
Caren.
Hey. What's up?
Come in. Good evening. Welcome to Mindfulness.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Okay, I'm rocking again.
Rock.
Rock with it. Roll with it.
Excuse my hair. Need to come out. All right. Hey.
Take my phone so you can. Take my phone so you can turn it towards it. Let's just have my boobs right now.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Mindfulness with Mona, Mina, and Caren. Come on in.
Yes, you are. I see you.
Sorry, Kiana's peekaboo. Don't come back in.
Hi.
I don't think because it got crazy with someone. I think it's all it's supposed to stick.
No people hear you. Just waiting. Wait, I'm done. Hey, come in, everybody. Come join. Good evening.
Hi.
You can find us on Mindfulness with Mona, Mina, and Caren. We're also live there. We're also live on a few of our personal pages. So come on in. It's good to see everybody. How you doing?
Hi, we're giving
Hey.
everybody a couple more minutes to join in this evening.
We do not have the rights to the music, but it was The Art of Noise, Moments in Love. Hi. How's everybody doing? Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Well, we'd like to start. Hey, Zaire. How you doing? And that's Kamal
Yep.
and David. And hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining in tonight.
Okay.
Welcome to Mindfulness with Mona.
Mina.
And Caren.
How are y'all this evening? Hope everybody had a wonderful day. We want to send our prayers and blessings to everybody in down south for the hurricane. We are y'all in our prayers and everything, and anywhere else that it is. We all are sending all our prayers and blessings out to you all. Okay, we wasn't here last week. Sorry about that. But we're going to talk a little bit about that and the reasons why we wasn't, well, a little bit of it. Okay?
Wishing.
Sorry. 1
I
second.
know she ain't hit me. She just hit me, y'all.
You can't
I'm
see.
getting abused
Okay, well,
over here.
everybody had a bad, that Thursday turned out to be a day that was from, I don't know. I had a bad day. Mina had a
Horrible day.
and
And
Caren.
here I go. Despite my day, I'm on my way.
We all showed up.
We all showed up, but it was too much for us to go on the air. Even though the reason why we're doing this is that for everybody to help, not just us, but to help you to come and talk when you're really going through an issue. But that day, what we needed to do is we needed to
Vent.
vent with each other first
Yeah.
before we come and bring it all out on the table
Yeah.
with you guys.
It got real personal,
It was
real
real
fast.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
real personal.
yes. So
Which leads us to the topic of transparency today.
Yeah, which is we'll get into after our mindful meditation,
yes.
which will be hosted by none other than the lovely Caren.
Well, one of my favorites that we did in group a few years ago was called You guys have to do it.
The willing hands.
It's called willing hands. You turn your fingers up and you place them on your lap, and it's really it's a way to de-stress, kind of surrendering to the moment, just letting things go. You can Google it because it's a very useful technique to just
Decompress.
Decompress. We should have thought of that last week. We didn't think about that, but yeah, willing hands is a way to de-stress. It's a technique.
Do.
You just put your hands up, and it's kind of like a surrender type thing, kind of similar to the serenity prayer.
So let's say it. Higher power, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
You go, girl, because I sure forgot it. Now it's on the wall, so I read it. You know what I mean? So, good job, Tawana.
Well, transparency is defined in the Webster's Dictionary as something being clear. Clarity was one of the words. Visible was another one of the words. When we first started this program, we started it with the faces of mental health. Not to say that we were what you look at when you see mental health, but to say that everybody is going through something somewhere.
It's not just the person on the street talking to themselves.
Exactly. It's not the person who commits suicide only. It's not the person who is in vigorous sessions as far as mental health. Oftentimes, mental health looks like just the mother coming home to cook dinner for her family and she just can't decompress, or the husband coming in and throwing his shoes because he can't quite throw something else, or the person who just deals with life as it comes and doesn't necessarily have an outlet that moment. Doesn't mean that it's always long-term. Mental health can affect you in a lot of different ways.
Yes.
So Caren did some research, and she's going to speak to you about some of the things that she researched.
Well, I'm sure you guys may have heard on the news about a pastor in Florida, I believe it was, 32 years old. He had a wife and 3 small children, and on the outside, it looked like he had it all together. But you would never know he was crying on the inside and decided to take his own life. Now, that could be a CEO of a company who has the big house, the white picket fence, money in the bank. It just, we think that, mental health is for people who are going through stuff that's visible, but you got to think about those people that look like they have everything together by the way you look at them, and they're really struggling. So to me, transparency means you got to be open and honest with somebody that you trust, to let them know, because there's no reason and no need to suffer in silence. Be transparent. I think I said that in our first meeting when, my mom asked me, when I said to my mom that I was dying inside, and she said, first thing she said was, we would never know. I said, because I keep myself straight for the most part. So no, I don't walk around looking like what I feel like some days. Now, some days I do stay in the house, but still, we don't walk around looking like, if everybody walked around looking like how they feel when they have a bad day, it would be a hot mess. So it's a good thing to get up, smile when you're able, and there's always something positive that comes out of the day.
So tell them about the
And also, if anyone is interested there's an example in the Bible of the prophet Elijah. He was given a task, and he was having such difficulty. He was having a lot of difficulty dealing with the task, and he even asked God to just let him die. And when I read that, it's in 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, 42nd verse. But if you have to read the whole chapter to get the gist of it.
Well, what you explained to us earlier when we listened to Mr. Hannah, or Pastor Hannah, it was basically everything was going well for him. God had given him all of these tests and trials and was followed him through, and everything was going well, but it was so overwhelming. All of the positive things that were happening were so overwhelmed by this one little incident that he just at some point couldn't take it anymore and went inside of a cave, or went to
he left.
He left
The
his life, he
situation.
left his situation, and went into a cave and asked God to just let him die. But yet all of these things were going well for him. As far as the transparency is concerned, just from what I understand, when we say transparency, not meaning that everything that's going on in your life should you just, share with the rest of the world. However, when you're hurting and you say, I'm fine, then you're hurting no one but yourself. I'm not saying you need to give that information to everybody, but you do need to give it away. You can't hold on to something for so long. If you have willing hands and you allow it to give it up and to share it with somebody, you have no idea what they're going through. They may be able to help you move on. They may be able to identify and maybe even just have an ear for you. But that's what I got from transparency.
Yeah, and just expressing yourself. You don't know what the next person is going through. Maybe hearing your story will give somebody the courage to get up that day or continue on the next day and not commit suicide. Just hearing that you too, no matter what you look like on the outside, are going through some changes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to physical health. I think oftentimes we make it okay for us to be sad if something bad outside of ourselves happens. Natural disaster, a family member passing, losing a job, losing a relationship. We make it okay for you to be sad. But sometimes just your inner self is dealing with things that you can't. I don't know why my video won't stay, but I'm on live separately and it keeps cutting off. So if you can't find me, how do I link them here so that they can see it instead of just keep going on and on? All right. So I apologize. I keep getting cut off live. We don't allow ourselves the time to heal. I'm fine, to grieve, to struggle. We just move forward, keep going, and oftentimes we don't give ourselves the time to build so that when it comes around again, you don't have any stepping stones, So,
That was pretty much it. And the pastor, maybe he felt he was a pastor and he couldn't really tell anybody he was hurting because he's a pastor. Or maybe a CEO of a company can't really share his struggles because he's a CEO of a company, but nonsense. If you're hurting, say you're hurting so you don't have to hurt anymore. I mean, that's what alcoholics do. The beginning point of is identifying that you have a problem first. How can you get help with something that you don't identify? Even if you don't know what it is, just say, I'm hurting and I don't know why. That's a start.
I know it's easy said than done to do that because some people do hurt and they want to reach out to certain people, but a lot of people, it comes with their pride too. Like they don't want nobody to know their business, or they feel like if I tell this person that, I'm trying to confide in this person, but do I really think this person is going to go and tell somebody? It's like, but we just hoping that you would just reach out to somebody. I mean, somebody that you think that you can talk to or be comfortable with or something, because like she said, I did a lot of research too, and a lot of athletes and football players and basketball players and wrestlers and everything, I was listening to a lot of their stories, and a lot of them was going through a lot of depression and anxiety and just going through it. And if you can Google, just put athletes that's going through depression or ball players or anything, and you sit and you listen to their stories and you go, wow, you would never known that if you're looking at them now and they out there on the field and enjoy, they enjoying life. But when you go behind that closed door and nobody's around, you don't know what they do. They could fall down on the ground, start crying, and so we just trying to put it out there that we would really like you to understand that you have somebody. If you don't have nobody in your family or somebody that you have us. We're here. That's what we're here for. You understand? You can call in. The number's down below if you have to talk to somebody, or you can inbox us, and You know, we're not saying we're doctors and counselors, but we could tell you what we've been going through and how we handled it, like we're doing now. We go to groups, we go to therapy. You know, I'm not ashamed to say I go to group and see a psychiatrist, somebody that talked to me and I could talk to them. I'm not ashamed of that. Maybe I was before, but as I moved on and grew up and look at my family and my kids in my life and saying, I do need help and I do need somebody that I can reach out and talk to, then this is what I do. And I thank you for the resources and the help that I can get out there. You know, it's hotlines, it's anything you need. And if you want to be discreet, it's hotlines that you could talk and just tell somebody how you feeling right there. You understand? Because sometimes people say in their head, oh, I don't want to live right now. But they really do, because if you really wanted to pass, you know, you would, you understand? But some people who talks about it, that means they really don't want to do it. So that means you want the help. You just don't know how to go out there and get it. So we're hoping that we can encourage you to go out there and get some kind of sort of help with anything, because it works. Like I said, easy said than done, but it works. Even if it's just a good morning or how you doing today? You know, you never know when you walk past somebody what they're going through that day or that morning. They could have had the worst day ever, and you could just be like, hi, good morning, you look beautiful today. So, you know, and that could have made their day for the whole day. When they was going in their head, going wherever they was going, they could have been like, oh my God, nobody better get on my nerve today. I'm going to cuss everybody out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But you just approach that person and their whole mind frame changed. It just takes 1 minute, 1 second, 1 hour. That's why we're here. And we hope that we're here to help. And that we hope that we're helping, that we encouraging a lot of people to think about a lot of things that they probably never thought about before. You know? Because, you know, everybody's their kids go through it. The kids too. The kids go through it where they need somebody to talk to. And sometimes they don't want to talk to their mom or their dad or whatever, because they think, no, I'm telling my mom that. You know, I tell my daughter all the time. I tell my kids all the time, talk to somebody. Talk to your friend's mom. You close with your friend's mom. You call her mom, so talk to her. You understand? Talk to somebody. You know, you got a dog, talk to your dog. I mean, they ain't going to talk back, but I bet you getting it out might help. Sometimes
Dog talk back, leave.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes when you get it out and you say it out loud, instead of keep saying it in your head, it might work a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's how it does for me. Does it do that for you, ladies?
Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
And
I'm having technical difficulties. I apologize. So please follow us at Mindfulness, Mona, Mina, and Caren. And listen to Caren. Sorry.
No, and a lot of times we think because we're feeling down or low that we can't help someone else. But you'd be surprised. Helping someone else actually helps you. And we think we're useless when we're down. But no, you have to fight your way, because your purpose is to help other people. There's a reason for you to be here.
Yes. It is.
And you have to fight through those feelings of being down. One step at a time. Don't look at the whole picture. One step at a time. One day at a time, right?
Yes. One day at a time. That's all it takes.
We wanted to discuss with you a little bit about the transparency and working with each other because of the transparency issue, and me in the middle of who God knows, I want to say a mental breakdown almost. Not really, but close enough. Mona just happened to call me. She was in the middle of her own. She happened to call me, and she listened to my voice and totally forgot what was going on with her and just started to listen. And in the middle of her listening, I heard something in her voice, and I go, wait a minute. Well, what's going on with you? And we helped each other. We actually helped each other to calm down. I mean, I know she helped me to calm down. I need to pull over and stop my car. But she was sitting still. But we helped each other to move forward. And that's what we mean by transparency. I'm not saying for you to walk out in the street and talk to random Bob and give them your business. Although, for some reason, when I go to the supermarket, somebody tells me their life story. I don't know. Maybe I look like I care. I don't stop them, so maybe I do. So it was a blessing. It's a blessing.
And what's funny with them two last week, I didn't know anything until I got here. Nobody called me, and I didn't call anybody. But that's me. I'm one of those. I go through and I suffer in silence. But I did say I said a little bit. That I said as much as I could say at the time, because I had one of those Elijah moments. Lord, just let me die. God, I'm tired of going through. Just let me die. So all I text the girls was, despite my day, I'm on my way.
Mm-hmm. And that's funny because, like she said, we didn't call her, but actually we was about to do a 3-way,
and she texted
that. So we was like, you know what? Let's just wait till we meet up, and we all will talk. Because like she said, I called her to tell her what was going on with me because I needed somebody to talk to. So I wanted to let her know that we should all talk today, because I didn't feel like last week that we should go on because I wasn't in the mood. You understand? So like she said, when I called her, I heard it in her voice right away. I was like, okay, wait a minute, what's wrong? And she was like, well, and then I was like, wait a minute, where you at? She said, I'm driving. I said, oh no, pull over. You gotta pull over. She was like, I just pulled up to the house. I said, okay, pull over, park, go upstairs, get yourself together, call me back. And then when she called back, that's when we talked. And then we was like, let's chime Caren in. But then Caren texted us and said, despite my day, I'm on my way. And I was like, you know what? Let's just meet up and let's just talk. And we'll continue everything next week, because it seemed like we really was in that moment where if we would have came here last Thursday, I don't think we would have got anything. I probably would have been mad and crying and pissed off. She probably would have been dialing people. It wouldn't have been a nice thing.
It wasn't.
Y'all didn't need to see all that.
No, y'all didn't need to see
transparent to each other.
Yeah.
But a good thing is we had each other. You understand? That's the main thing. Find somebody that, I could have called anybody. I could have called my sisters. I could have called Babe. I could have called my kids. But I knew we was having a show, so I wanted to talk to them so we could figure out if this is something that we should bring forth to the table, or should we just come together and talk as a group right now to come to a conclusion of what we need to do for ourselves, for our minds and our mental health, to be like, is that something that we need to throw out there right now, or that's something that we need to just sit back, do our breathing on our own and get our mind right before we step forth to talk to you guys. So that's all we're trying to come back and let you know. It's okay to have somebody in your corner, Just
please have somebody.
To have moments.
Yeah,
to have moments.
Yeah, to have a moment. Yeah, it's okay to go in your bathroom, scream, yell, holler, go in the shower, cry, do whatever. But sometimes just to talk to somebody, just to get a little bit of it out, I bet you it'll make you feel a little bit better. Because it made me feel better, it made her feel better, it made Caren feel better, because we sat here at this table and we talked that last Thursday. And we all left here feeling better than we did when we got here.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Again, I would like to say we're sending prayers to anybody who's dealing with Hurricane Florence. It's Florence, right? Down in the south. We pray that you're safe. We pray that you have all of the things that you need.
Yes.
And if there's any resources and we find out about these resources, we will post them on the page. But if you guys could just give kind of a I'm okay signal, that would be great. We did have a caller and my phone would not pick up the caller, but they didn't leave their message. They didn't leave their question on here.
But if you like to call, the number down below, or you can call right now at 347-971-6019.
We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to ask you some questions. We went through it last week. Is there anything that you guys went through and got through? Anything that you went through and got through? Because I know somebody here is from North Carolina. Joy's in North Carolina. Hey, Joy. I hope everything's okay. Love you. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties with my phone. It is time to upgrade, and I'm just trying to be stubborn about it. That is it. There's no other reason for it. But also wanted to talk to you about a walk that I'm doing. I'm doing the Walk to End Alzheimer's walk. We do that once a year. We lost somebody very special to us. Her name was Marsha Peters. Lost her in 2016. So last year we decided to do funding and do the walk in Weekway Park. Nobody told anybody about the hill. I knew about it, but there were people who like almost passed out because of it. But this year it's gonna be in South Orange at the reservation. So it's only a 2.5 mile walk. But if you'd like to come in and join us, please come join us. You can also donate at End Alzheimer's, which is ENDALZ. The website is anywhere you want to find it. It's also in my page, but we'd really like for your support. If you want to just come walk, if you would like to come help volunteer, anything helps because that is a terrible disease and it seems to affect any and everybody. So I just wanted to say that and make sure that everybody knew that I was being a part of it again this year. That's my transparency for the day.
And I also wanted to just point out that the bad days, they do end. They do have an end, or the bad times and the feelings, they do end. Mina and I were talking about that it's always darkest before the dawn.
Absolutely.
Know that the sun will rise. It's going to get better. It has to get better. My sisters always tell me, you know, when I was going through the stroke, the seizure, the divorce, the this, the that, she was like, well, Dad, Caren, it can't get no worse. I was like, well, Dad.
Well, it could.
Not
But
really.
it didn't.
It didn't have
That's
to.
what I'm saying. It could have, but it didn't.
I'm still here, still fighting,
Still
still
kicking.
hoping. So just know that it does have an end to it. That you don't have to end it yourself. It comes from the end on its own.
Great.
Just hold on and push through.
What practices do you do to try and push through?
Me?
Yes. You're pretty creative.
Well, yeah.
Well, you clean and cook and
Well,
Change
have-
our living room like 95 times.
well, if anybody know me, that's what I do. I clean. I am a clean. I would change my living room. Do not ever walk in my house with your eyes closed, as you might fall into the bedroom and think it was a living room. So, can't walk in here with your eyes closed.
because we come here every week and
And
it's
it's
something
something
different.
new.
It's like, wait a minute.
She keeps saying we're not guests, but it's a new house every time I come. So I'm not. Only thing not different is that post on the wall. That's it.
Anything they can move in here, they move it.
Yeah.
Listen,
Strong women.
it's like that's my sanity, my comfort. Like when I'm in a bad mood, you know how people eat, people, you know, go running or to the gym and everything. No, not me. I clean, I make stuff, I sell things, I cook sometimes, I do a whole bunch of other things to keep my mind clear. So
Why are you bugging, Joy? Why are you bugging?
we're reading a comment, somebody just said
That they were bugging?
that I'm bugging. And
Why are
we
you
just asking
bugging,
her
Joy?
why she's bugging.
What's your matter?
What's wrong, Joy?
Well, she's in North Carolina.
Oh, you in North Carolina? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Joy is one of the ones that's in North Carolina.
well, how's it going? You still have lights?
I believe she says she's at work.
Oh, shoot. Why you ain't home?
Maybe because work is better.
Oh.
Trying to get to her comments so I can tell everybody.
We're
Well-
just trying to get to a comment.
Meditation. Zaire said meditation.
Yeah.
Can you give us some instruction on meditation? Seriously. Because we struggle sometimes with the meditations part. I've been doing yoga. I'm not so great at it, but I've been doing the mindful parts of yoga. So any suggestions on how we can have some meditation? I need to meditate.
You can meditate, girl. I can't cross my legs into my head right now.
You don't got to bend in the pretzel. He said meditate. He didn't say yoga. So
And you would think I would be a pro at it because growing up, my mom,
oh,
my mother, you know, you have a parent who's just in their own little world. We'd be outside, or I would be outside playing. My sister would be off doing her own thing. I come in the house and there'd be a sign on her bedroom door: "Do not disturb, meditate." What? But
Well, at
you,
least she
mommy,
said it.
and I'm 8. do not disturb. I'm
Oh.
meditating. What kind of? And I grew up like, what kind of foolishness is that?
I don't know, but it sounds to me like it actually works.
So
because
she checked out of motherhood.
by meditate, that's not meditating. That's checking out.
Well, that's how she checked out. That was her excuse for checking out. I'm meditating. But you can't do that in my face. I'm 8. I don't know how I don't know how to cook yet.
Oh, look at my sister Caren.
Oh,
Who said that?
Lauren Lowry.
Hey girl. Surprise.
But I'd really like to hear about meditation and different ways to meditate. Seriously. Maybe you can give us some instruction the next time we do our video so that we can tell our some of the followers how to meditate and find ways to center. I'm a big comic book freak, so I just finished Iron Fist. Whoa. I just finished Iron Fist, and he is always trying to find his chi, center himself, which is actually how he started, with the Iron Fist, is by finding his chi. And I make fun of it, but it is honestly the way of meditation. It's the way that you focus and draw yourself into being okay, whole, a oneness.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next time Zaire can give us some tips on how to meditate. This week wasn't very structured, but we did want to come to you and talk to you about some of the stuff that what was going on with us, so that we didn't miss another week because we weren't prepared specifically. So
we just want to make sure that y'all understand that everybody need a little structure in their life, something to fall back on.
And we want to just make you conscious of the fact that as much as we take care of our bodies on the outside, our hair, our nails, our skin, we should take care of our minds and our spirit as well.
definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Definitely. No matter what your faith is, I do believe you should believe in something. Even if it's you should believe in something. There's got to be something that makes you center. And I think belief is a strong part of that. It doesn't have to be something ominous. It could just be in your ability. It could be in your struggle. It could be just a belief in something other than today is the end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be stuff.
But we really want to thank everybody for tuning in. And also we really appreciate the feedback we get and the comments
Absolutely.
and the calls. It helps us learn from you guys and help us understand a lot of things that we need to work on also. And that's why we're here. We enjoy this. I enjoy it. I'm glad that we actually put this together, and we're actually about to do a book club.
Who said that?
We need to read.
We're about to do a book club also, so we will be coming here talking about probably a book that we read, and still with the mindfulness. But it's good that we do more activities, that when we don't have a group or our individual one-on-ones or something, that we can keep our mind open and not, thinking about other things that we don't need to be thinking about.
I just got a new Kindle too, so it's about to be on.
Oh, shoot.
I did. Maybe get a new phone. Somebody do something with this stupid phone. It's driving me crazy. I have no space left on this phone, so it's time.
But next week is going to be a fun week. We are going to actually play some mindful games on here, so we can't wait for that. Well, I can't wait for that because I'm excited, because it's with M&Ms and I love M&Ms. But anyway, so we're gonna say peace and blessings. Again, we send our prayers and oh my goodness, we are praying so hard for anybody that's going through the hurricane down south or anywhere else. We're sending our prayers and blessings to you, that everything goes well and you're safe and you have everything you need while you're going through this right now.
We pray that it goes away fast.
Yes, away, fast.
That it goes as quick as it comes.
Yes.
Without destroying
And I have
everything.
family down there. I've called some of them already, and you know they're okay. But I have to reach out later and see what's going on. So we love y'all and we thank you.
Thank
and as
you.
Mina always say,
If it is to be, it is up to me. Thank you.
thank you.
So, I should have said, it's late, girl. Don't be calling me.